Hello and welcome to the Union Pacific Railroad Geneva Subdivision. My name is Daryl Cruz, owner and builder of the layout, and this is episode 29 of season 2019. And this is part 3 of a 3-part series on train ILTAH, a intermodal train from Lathrop, California to Ashland Yard in Chicago with a stop at Global 3. So we are now in part 3. I started out wanting to make just one video, but it got so long and involved that I actually split it into 3 videos. And this is the final one, I promise. This is the final leg of the ILTAH going from Global 3 to Ashland Yard. So part 1 was going from the West Staging Yards to Global 3. Part 2 was all the switching and then Global 3, and now part 3 will be going from Global 3 to Ashland Yard, as we see a manifest train going by. So we have a set of 3 locomotives pulling out of the engine facilities at Global 3. And the locomotives that we'll be using for this last leg of the journey are a Scale Trains C44-9, that's the lead locomotive. And then the other 2 are Fox Valley Gevos. So the 3 of them will take the train for its final leg of its journey. If you've been watching all 3 parts, this is a new set of locomotives. It's not the set that brought the train here. That's still at the engine facilities, but instead this is a new set. Now if you notice the Scale Trains locomotive, which is kind of far off right now, but as you can see, it just has the headlight on, no ditch lights, but as it's ready to go on the main line, the first thing we will need to do is turn on the ditch lights. Hey, there you see that the ditch lights are on and we are ready to roll. Definitely a cool feature of the Scale Trains locomotives that the ditch lights operate separately from the headlights. But now we will take the crossover from the lead track of Global 3 onto the main line. Those first 3 cars are Atlas well cars, by the way, and I have some trailers set in them. Would like to get some more. And more with trailers, because didn't really see a lot of spine cars with trailers or flat cars with trailers, but did see quite a few of those well cars that had the trailers in them. So I want to get more of those. Unfortunately, right now there really isn't a real good source for trailers, for modern trailers. Hopefully Atlas will come out with some more here pretty soon. It looks like I'm throwing some switches on the throttle there. So it's going from the Global 3 to Track 2. And of course, since it's a left-hand running layout, as soon as it gets to the first crossover, which is at milepost 78, it will take the crossover from Track 2 to Track 1. So we're looking at the milepost 78 crossover, and so we'll be able to see a crossover. And this is, of course, the west part of Rochelle. We got Del Monte there in the background, and then Highway 38 that goes out towards Ashland, and of course the crossing there. Now here we come up on the crossing, the BNSF Union Pacific crossing in Rochelle. I'm presently working on this area, so since I videotaped this, we actually have some streets there in that neighborhood. We'll be doing an update video later on this week to show progress on this in this area. Hopefully we'll have the streets all done and some trees and sidewalks and maybe some people here and there. This is a good view of the merging into the backdrop that I did a video on last week. Okay, so here we're leaving Rochelle and going across the Rock River. As we meet a empty coal train. That coal train's pulled by 3 Fox Valley SD70 ACEs. As you notice, the throttle is not on in the picture anymore. We're just going to be running pretty much at a constant speed the rest of the way, so decided to remove it so you can get the best view of the trains. Okay, now we have gone through Wheaton and are coming upon milepost 16, which is between Wheaton and Elmhurst. And it looks like we have a green signal and another train meet, this time a manifest train. And now we're pulling through Elmhurst, Illinois. One of those buildings is the Elmhurst Model Railroad Club. Haven't figured out which one it is yet. And then from Elmhurst, we're going under the Mannheim Road overpass and coming into Proviso. First of all, we'll go past the engine facilities in Proviso. On the left there you have a little storage track where I keep the excursion trains. And then there of course is the proviso engine facilities with all the locomotives. There's the proviso yard office and the tower, the walkway that goes across, and then of course you have here the actual proviso yard. So it turns out the proviso yard is not really in operation anymore either. So the Geneva sub, on the real prototype Geneva sub, Global 3 has shut down, and Proviso has shut down. So if I followed the prototype completely, I basically wouldn't have any operations except just running trains around. So on my layout, the Proviso yard and Global 3 are still in full operation, making lots of money, classifying trains and moving them on to the next destination for our valued customers. Alright, this is Maywood. Not a lot to do, not a lot done here yet. I'll get to it eventually. Right now my focus is going to be on Rochelle. I kind of want to get that all done. Although I have to admit, Walthers has done something to encourage me to switch gears and work on River Forest. I think they must have been watching my videos because they came out with a kit for an overpass that's an exact replica of the overpass in River Forest. You can see I have the part of the kit already there. So they came out with a steel underpass and the retaining wall that pretty much matches completely the one in River Forest. I think they saw my videos and knew that I needed something to fit that spot. I was planning on scratch building it, but I have a kit now. Well, this finally brings us to the end of train ILTAH. I hope you've enjoyed not only this video, but all 3 videos. This will be the last operations video for a while since I've done 3 in a row. But till then, take care. Have a great day.